Princess has announced an additional change to the package enhancements and alterations that debuted just 1 week ago, and for a lot of people, it's significant. This comes after the July 22nd changes and, of course, a price increase to their very popular Princess Plus and Princess Premier packages for cruises departing in 2026 and beyond. I've been touting the Princess packages as the best deal in the cruise industry for the past couple of years, but do they still hold up? My name's Andrew and welcome back to Tidal Horizons. We cover Princess cruises top to bottom on this channel, and today we're going to look specifically at Princess Plus and Princess Premier, see what's included and what's changed for Princess in 2026 and beyond, including the latest update from Princess. In all fairness to those of you who already watched the initial version of this video, Princess has announced that in addition to the previous changes, they have heard the complaints and are not counting specialty coffee or teas towards the 15 drink per day maximum for Princess Plus. What follows is an updated version of our video with this new information. If you've already reviewed the 2026 change video, nothing else has changed. If you're new to cruising and just researching the all-inclusive packages, you've never had the pleasure of seeing an enormous bill at the end of your cruise. I don't remember going there and drinking that. Are they sure that's right? How do I check it? How do I fix it? Do I really have to wait in line at guest services? For experienced cruisers, this has been our life on most cruise lines. The beverage package on some cruise lines was so overpriced, you'd have to drink 6 or more alcoholic beverages per day just to get your money's worth. Then there are the gratuities or crew appreciation that we pay our stateroom attendant and dining room staff. These have been added to the bill for years now, but you have to remember to budget for them. Finally, let's talk internet packages, multiple devices, kids and parents wanting to stream their favorite shows, stay in contact with home, or even work on board. The ships have the fantastic new satellite internet technology now, but it wasn't that long ago that there was no Wi-Fi. You had to use a shared computer in an internet cafe and pay by the minute. Of course, many of the luxury and ultra-luxury lines are completely all-inclusive. Wi-Fi, beverages, and crew appreciation are included. Even shore excursions are part of the cruise fare. But on mainstream cruise lines, what's the best bang for your traveling dollar? Can they make it easier for us? Of course, but at what cost? I think they've heard us now, and most cruise lines are offering some kind of package for internet, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, and sometimes gratuities and more. I've looked at a lot of these packages, both for my clients and for personal travel. The value is really in the eye of the beholder. You need to have a good, honest idea of what you spend and consume on board to make sure it's worth it. Because cruise lines are smart, they are pricing the packages based on what they know their passengers consume. When averaged out, they're not going to lose money. They know their demographics. Let's see why Princess Plus and Premier are a good value. Of the major cruise lines, I find they're the most upfront with what the packages entail and why they benefit you. We'll dive deep, compare the two packages, look at a competitive cruise line, and finally break down what a day on a cruise looks like for me. Over the past couple of years, I've sailed with Princess 6 times on voyages of varying lengths using their Princess Plus and Princess Premier packages, so I know what the value is over a longer period of time, not just a 7-day cruise. If there's still value there after the initial novelty of being on a cruise wears out, then that's a winner to me. Keep in mind that the first and second passenger must both have the same package in a stateroom. If you have a third or fourth passenger in your cabin, they do not automatically get the package, but it can be added by your travel agent or by Princess. Let's take a run through the packages, shall we? Now, remember that each person gets their own package, and we'll be talking about what each person gets, not the stateroom. Also, I'll note that these are the packages and pricing for North America and for Europe. There may be different pricing or inclusions for Australia, New Zealand, and other parts of the world. Check with Princess or your travel professional. The first thing you're going to notice is that starting on July 22nd, 2025, the price for Princess Plus is increasing from $60 to $65, and the Princess Premier is increasing from $90 to $100. This is for cruises in 2026 and beyond. Additionally, and just to confuse things, Princess has set separate pricing for the Sun and Star Princesses at $70 per day for Princess Plus and $105 per day for Princess Premier. Again, this is for cruises in 2026 and beyond. If you've already booked for 2026 at the old rates, you stay on the old packages, inclusions, and the price won't be increased on you. As the changes are revealed, you'll probably agree there is no real advantage to upgrade from the 2025 packages to the 2026 packages, but that's up to you. Contact your travel professional or Princess for details. The first change I'll draw your attention to is that Princess will now be charging $5 more per day if you add Plus or Premier to your cruise with less than 4 days or 96 hours to go. Likely this is to offset people adding it using their onboard credits, so book early. There have been some significant changes to the beverage portion of the packages. They are different in the amount you can spend per drink, and here is where you need to look at your own habits before deciding if it's Plus or Premier that's right for you. Plus covers drinks up to $15 and Premier up to $20. Most drinks on the menu are under $15, with the majority being between $10 and $13 last time I sailed. The exception to this is the better wines by the glass. They tended to be near $20 or slightly more. It's worth noting that if you're on Princess Plus and order a drink that is more than $15, you only pay the difference plus the 18% gratuity on that difference. So if it's an occasional glass of wine that might put you over, you should be okay on Plus. Princess Plus is capped at 15 drinks per day, and that includes non-alcoholic beverages and fountain soft drinks. Note that if you request a can of soda, you may be charged for it. On July 28th, Princess made a second announcement that specialty coffee and specialty teas would be unlimited. Princess Premier is unlimited beverages per day. One change that Princess has made for 2026 is to break out the bottled water from the drinks and apply a limit of 12 500ml bottles per day of sparkling or still water. Like in the past, make sure you're getting the small bottles, otherwise you might be charged. It's also worth noting that Princess Plus and Princess Premier include the 18% drinks gratuity in the cost of the package. You don't pay per drink and you don't get charged that ahead of time. This is a very important factor when you compare these two packages to the free drinks package that other cruise lines offer. See the link at the top right hand corner for 14 ways that cruise lines get more money out of your pocket, and that includes that little gem. Moving on to the dining benefits, Princess Plus now includes 4 casual dining meals instead of 2. Not to be confused with specialty dining, these are venues such as Alfredo's Pizzeria, Kai's Sushi, Ocean Terrace, O'Malley's Irish Pub, and more. As of the posting date of this video, the charge for these restaurants is $14.99 per person without a package for a 3-course meal. The big change for Princess Premier in 2024 was adding unlimited specialty dining and unlimited casual dining. This is really where the distinction of the Premier package is. These are venues such as Sabatini, Crown Grill, Catch by Rudy, among others. Cover charges at these restaurants are usually $55 per person plus an 18% gratuity on most ships, $60 per person plus an 18% gratuity on board the Sun and Star Princess. The cost of specialty restaurants has increased from $39 to these rates over the past 2 years or so. If you're planning on eating at more than 2 of the specialty dining venues during a 7-day voyage, the Premier package is probably a great deal for you. Princess now charges a one-time fee for OceanNow Delivery for passengers who do not have Princess Plus or Princess Premier. This means that the first time you use the Medallion app to order food or drinks, you'll be charged $14.99. This is per passenger, not per stateroom. After you've been charged, you can order for the rest of the cruise without charge. I'm not sure if this makes Princess Plus and Premier a better value, or if it's a case of nickel and diming your passengers. Also worth noting is that if you do not have Princess Plus or Premier and you order room service by phone, you'll be charged $5 per order even if you paid the OceanNow fee described earlier. Breakfast orders replaced using the door hanger the night before are still complimentary, which is great news. The major change in terms of internet back in 2024 was the introduction of Medallion Max exclusively for Princess Plus and Premier guests. The Medallion Max internet traffic is prioritized and uses the highest quality connection available, which is typically Starlink. Princess Plus allows one device to connect at a time, and the Premier package offers 4 devices simultaneously. However, it's very easy to switch devices from your phone to your laptop to tablet, so you need to determine if the 4-device option is worth it. It's also possible to upgrade to a 4-device package on board without taking Princess Premier. It may make more sense to do this than spend an extra $20 per day per person if that's the only thing you need from Premier. There is no other changes to the internet portions of the plans for 2026. Finally, something brand new to tell you about for 2026. Depending on the length of your voyage, you will receive a shore excursion credit if you purchase the Premier package. This could be valuable if you're planning on taking Princess excursions. You'll have to do your math and see if this is worth it for your circumstance. Both packages include your crew appreciation or gratuities for your stateroom attendant and for the dining room staff. This represents $17 per day for inside, outside, and balcony cabins, $18 per day for mini suites, and $19 per day for suites. The crew appreciation as part of the package is a major value compared to some of the other major cruise line packages. Finally, let's have a look at the extras that Princess Premier gets you to see if it's worth upgrading. The photo package is a nice touch for those who are interested. Our interest in ship photos has waned over the years as we found they usually end up staying in their folders forever on a shelf, but the unlimited digital downloads is a good perk. Princess Premier guests have a number of reserved seats in the main theater for production shows. Note that this is for the main stage cast shows, not guest performers or other events. These seats are released to the rest of the passengers 5 minutes before the show. On my recent cruises, finding a seat wasn't an issue for the later shows. In this latest revision, Princess has opted to remove the unlimited juice bar, premium desserts, fitness classes, and the Princess Prizes lottery game. I don't think many people will miss these, but if you do, drop a line in the comments and let me know if a change influenced your decision to purchase the package or not. There we go. There's the comparison between the two packages. But does it give you value? Let's have a look at that. We cover Princess Cruises extensively here on Tidal Horizons, so if you want to stay in the know, you can always give this video a like and subscribe. But also, check the description of the video and subscribe to our newsletter. Need help planning your next Princess cruise? Contact information is there for that too. Before we move along and look at the value I found in Princess Plus during my recent cruises, let's have a look at a comparable premium cruise line's price for the individual components that make up the primary reason to get Princess Plus. Internet service at $35 per day is higher than Princess's current per day price of $24.99 when purchased for the voyage. The gratuities for the competitive cruise line is for a suite and is above Princess's current gratuity pricing of $17 for inside ocean view and balcony, $18 for mini suites, and $19 for full suites. The competitor is currently charging $23 per day per guest for suites. Finally, at the time of recording, Princess doesn't offer a beverage package that includes alcoholic beverages outside the Plus or Premier packages. The competitor here charges $89 per day for a package that includes drinks up to $10 and $109 per day for drinks costing up to $19, plus a 20% gratuity upon the purchase of the package. You can probably figure out who the competitor is and quickly do the math. Princess Plus and Premier are by far and away a better deal. Perhaps it has something to do with the differences in passenger demographics. But I'm all in on Princess's packages here. Having taken Princess Plus many times and Princess Premier on occasion, I probably lean more towards Plus being the best value for me, although some perks with Premier were great. So let's see where the value lies for me in a typical day. This is obviously going to vary depending on how many port days versus sea days you have, but we're looking at an average for me here. No judging on alcohol consumption, I'm on vacation. Gratuity, $18, can't and shouldn't get away from that one. If somebody goes above and beyond, a little cash and a good word on the survey never goes wrong either. Internet, $24.99. I can't live or work without it, so there it is. Although I am platinum on Princess, so that gets cut in half down to $12.49. But don't forget that without Plus or Premier, this is not the Medallion Max we talked about earlier. Beverages. I'm not a big drinker at home, but when I'm cruising and not working, I tend to have a little bit more. So let's start with coffee. I'll enjoy 2 cappuccinos in the morning, it's $10. A beer with lunch, another $10. Perhaps a frozen drink in the afternoon, $12. 2 glasses of wine with dinner, they're pretty small glasses, $28. And sometimes a coffee or a cocktail after the show, so we'll call that $8 on average. Drinks would add up to $78.44 per day, including an 18% gratuity on the alcoholic beverages. This doesn't include or take into account any soda, extra coffees, or bottled water that I might take. Adding it all up, without Princess Plus, I'd be paying $108.93 per day on average. It makes good case that the package is probably right for you. If you aren't an alcohol drinker or one person is and the other one isn't, make sure you do your research and evaluate how many non-alcoholic drinks you might consume. They add up quickly, and the Plus package can still offer a better deal than buying a la carte. In this case, a couple of sodas, a bottled water, and a coffee, along with your internet and crew appreciation, makes Princess Plus an attractive deal still. Even with the $5 increase for 2026 cruises, the Princess Plus package would certainly make the most sense for me, and more than likely for you as well. The Premier package would be a great option too if I did want to indulge a bit with my dining, and especially if I'm going to take an excursion through Princess. I'll be posting a separate video breaking down the value of Princess Premier soon. There you go. We've broken it all down and done the math for you. Now it's your turn to have an honest look at what you're going to spend and see what works best. If you need help planning and booking your next Princess Cruises vacation, reach out to us through the contact links in the description of this video. We'd love to work with you. Please take a second and like the video and subscribe to the channel so you get notified of the latest news and updates from Princess and other premium cruising brands. It really helps. Thanks for watching.